as we speak. Here it is. Here's UZI SUZI. Check out the amazing back cover. I did this on the live stream with ICTY5 a couple weeks ago. That's right. We do a lot of collabs. Don't mind the random trading card box that is just sitting on my desk. We will be doing a live opening of this sometime soon because we do a lot of things. And people, let me just get my camera a little bit situated. What a busy day. It's such a busy day. I might just talk to you and we might be in purple zone, okay? Because let me see. 9 to 5 went in snowstorm. Already live streamed 7-Eleven burgers on Instagram. I shot a YouTube video, started creating a new intro for that YouTube video, which I like a lot. YouTube opinions, trashing Star Wars, getting upset at WandaVision, setting up a new live stream with my boy Brian for mañana. That's Monday. We're going to be doing chips and soda, so be on the lookout for that. Yeah, just really big day. Drawing, we are chipping away at a lot of the Trial by Fire. This is available right now on Indiegogo. New cover for Trial by Fire right here. I should be live streaming that. And look, everyone, UZI SUZI is available right now on Etsy. This is the project. It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I'm already working on issue 3, so go find it. Look, it's right there, right there. You get 2 trading cards, 2 stickers. Look, I have ketchup on my hand. A nice branded packaging, all of it. With all of my comics, my one goal is to pull you into the experience, period. Okay? I want you, like, it's not just the comic. I want every piece of the packaging to be thought out and targeted towards transporting you into another realm. So, can we get into it? We got 2 UZI SUZI drawings here I was noodling with earlier. We also have coffee because I hella need a lot of coffee right now. We're dealing with a atomic freeze Philadelphia. I guess more snow's coming. Whatever. I don't mind the snow. I shoveled today. I actually had a pretty good time shoveling. So whatever. So I'm going to probably work on this for a little bit, and then we're going to get into the new character. I'm going to work on this just to loosen up. This was the cover 3 idea. This most likely will be turned into a quote unquote promo image. Once I'm done this, I will get it into the computer. I will shrink her down. I will add a logo because I want all the covers to somewhat to have a soft drink logo behind them. This one I kind of was thinking 7-Up. So I need her smaller to fit the logo and some of the trade dress. Comical problems. So let's just get into the normal lighting. I'm just excited. I can't wait to attack this character. And I also wanted to warm up a little just so I could figure out which of these markers. We use fine liners here. That's all. This is my biggest run with a fine liner, like, in my entire life. Yeah, I'm not big, was never really big on fine liners. Still not. I still think they are cheap. And I still think they're lazy. So there you go. But I see, like, this one's just about done. So we're going to put you into the reservoir. How about this guy? Oh, you're just about done. This guy is toasty. We need some comments, all right? Let's hit those comments. If you're watching, feel free, leave a comment. Okay. Let's see, what do we have here? This one too, just about. That is clearly one of the issues when you deal with fine liners. You have to keep track of which ones are good and which ones aren't. So there you go. Yeah, so how is everyone doing? Welcome to the broadcast. UZI SUZI available right now on Etsy. $25 will get you issue 1, 2 trading cards, 2 stickers, 1 poster. All right, that's pretty good. I think that's a pretty good deal. Yeah, and a lot of the UZI SUZI influence. It's really Hobo with a Shotgun, Toxic Avenger, RoboCop 1, RoboCop 2, Scanners, They Live, Attack from New York, maybe all the 80s Carpenters, Assault on Precinct 13. I absolutely love Assault on Precinct 13. Yeah, I would say that movie is 1001% advanced. But yeah, and then we were just kind of, in the meantime, we're rocking and rolling because we kind of had a little bit of a slowdown period when I was done issue 1. It was just like one of those times I was just so excited and never, because like a lot of times you always think, you always anticipate that you can, just come up with ideas, and that's one of the, like, the universe, like the one of the sick jokes from the universe, because generating ideas that are good, like on cue, that's a skill set, like you have to practice that, you have to cater to it, you have to take it seriously. Like, you really do have to be serious about developing, where your ideas come from, how you get your ideas, all of it. It's all one big system. And when I was done with issue 1, I just wasn't ready. So it took me a little bit of time to figure out exactly what the flow was going to be, the process, and I essentially developed a formula for the book. So once I got a formula for the book, that was good. And since then, I've just been going. But I gave myself that time. I gave myself that time to figure out what I had to do, like how I was doing things. And if I was in a different environment, well, I don't know. It might have been different if I was had an editor, had a big boss man, so to speak. Here we go. Yeah, UZI SUZI is a adult book. And I don't mean real adult. I just mean as maybe concepts you want to keep away from a child. Let me put my phone on mute, my friends. this pen too, I'm getting way more mileage out of this pen than I was anticipating. I thought I had a little bit left, but nope. My TikTok goes off all day and all night. I guess that's a good thing, right? So a lot of times too, when I'm doing like wrinkles and fabric and I'm working in this fashion, I will draw through everything. So if there's like a fold or some piping, like I'll carry everything through and not second guess if there's any overlap in the lines, because I will just go back in with the whiteout pen, with the gel pen, and just hammer it. Obliterate that interference. Cool. We are making some good progress on this sucker already. How's that looking? If you are out there, if you have any questions, drop a comment. Talk to me. Let's figure it out. I am here for you people. Dude, I got my phone next to me, and I just, if I pause, it's because literally my phone's like, here, let's trace my finger. I'll show you where the phone is. It's like right there. So it vibrates and it shakes my elbow of this hand. I should be a little bit more professional, right? So UZI SUZI 2, part of the aesthetic is just straps, just when it comes to character appearance, like straps, belt buckles, pouches, ammunition, pockets, just all that wild stuff. It really is just aesthetics from the 90s. A lot of the same aesthetic is also in my other comic, Trial by Fire, available now on the Indiegogo. Because you gotta work on more than one thing, people. You got one life to live. Do it all. If one doesn't work along the way, I don't know. Yo, it's K5. What's up, boy? Total excellence in the house. Cheers to you, bud. Sorry, I don't have alcohol. I got coffee, cause your boy over here, this guy. Holy crap. Really long day, and I've just been cranking things out since I've been home. So hopefully you had a little bit more of an easygoing day in Miami. But I was trying to get to this live stream all freaking day because I just wanted to get to this character. So we're not drawing the original character just yet. I'm doing a little bit of an UZI SUZI warm-up because this was the original cover idea for issue 3. And I kind of drew her a little bit too big on the page, but liked it. Liked this enough to want to finish it. So I might do a smaller version that's better for the trade dress for for another time. So this right here essentially will get redrawn. So there. So bingo bango. I also feel like I made her too lean in this, because Uzi kind of has junk in the trunk. She's got those lady lumps. And I feel like I have to correct that. Right, like her legs already here just seem too, her legs and her butt here, even though we're seeing her from the front, the butt could be a little bit more visible. Here we go. See, it's that little bit extra of the outer swoop of her thighs. Right? Yeah, dude. I saw what you did last night. Thanks a million. Here's the big thing. Everything that isn't already on order, like even by time, like I kind of been doing this a little bit of a UZI SUZI run. I'm expecting the book going into next month. I'll be sending out a full email update and do kind of more like email, like just a matriculation of news via email, because the books, the actual publishing is just like not the publishing, the printing, really was a month out than I anticipated, and I took a little bit extra time, so it's actually a month and change. So, but we will. UZI SUZI #1 is done. All the incentives are done and printed. There's one surprise incentive I have not revealed yet, and there will be an additional bonus with all these early adopters. Also, most likely that will be another one of these, another trading card of a character to appear in issue 2. Okay, so you're gonna get hooked up. But yeah, so we're rocking and rolling here. We're trying to get things done. So, and UZI SUZI is such a new like character that I'm still like, I still go back and forth when I have to draw her, because there's just still a lot to figure out. Here we go. And I don't want to say I kind of draw her with a psychotic gaze, but I also want to say I draw her with a psychotic gaze, because her life is just so effing tortured, so bad, that like of course she would be like this. And I kind of reverse engineer that a little bit for the story, but a lot of the story took its own course. Like when I was sitting down to kind of draw the pages and figure out, I trusted that so much of UZI SUZI would happen like physically on the page. So yeah, I just trusted everything I was doing, and know it would kind of like work out. Because when you do a comic, there's like, you have to have confidence in working it out. And I'll elaborate on that real quick. Let me just get through this one line here. Yeah, so when you draw like on the page, there's nothing you can't explain within a single panel. Okay, if people want to act like that's not a possibility, they're just lying to you, because they're not looking for what the solutions are. Like, we can have UZI SUZI here, and then we can have her head getting blown off in the next panel, like right here, like Uzi Suzi's head, like gets blown off. Okay, we can explain that in panel 3. We can put it, okay, and if we want to elaborate, we can add a couple more panels. But like, there's nothing that can't be explained within one panel, and a lot of times, I don't know. I want to say it's not gatekeepers. I think it's just lazy people that have a microphone talking, but they will tell you the opposite. They will tell you you need all of these things, you know, like this formula, so to speak, to make a story work. And you know what your boy says over here? I say, no, you don't. So that was a lot of the process with UZI SUZI 1. So with 2, I had to, you know, reverse engineer some of that also, so I could keep the same type of energy. And it happened because, you know, as you know, I went through a phase with the second issue of drawing and redrawing a lot of it, just so I could get my head into what the story was. And for only 12 pages, I don't care. I think in the 12-page format, I think UZI SUZI is some of the absolute coolest. I think it's some of the absolute best. So we're going to put this cover image pin up to the side. Goodbye. And here we go. Ready? The premiere of UZI SUZI's nemesis in issue 3, because she has someone new to kill and someone new to fight in every single issue. This is the Glock Panther. UZI SUZI has Suzis. The Glock Panther has Glocks. There you go. Now, this might be a extended origin also, so I may actually take out some of my supplemental material I've been including in UZI SUZI 1 and 2 and do a 3 to 4 page origin backup story for this guy. Now, in issue 3, along the way, you know, we can talk story for a little bit. Along the way, between issues 2 and 3, and by my calculations, I don't have any of these in order, by the way, so I'm just going to keep talking as I'm flipping through pages here. But as a, wow, this is really, it's not out of order. I just can't find the one page I'm looking for. Oh, wait, it would be right here. What am I doing? I'm not thinking. Yeah, so it's going to be a few page dissection, a few issue dissection of who UZI SUZI pretty much encounters in issue 2. And I can't find it. I thought I had it. Here he is, Kryborg. Okay, so Kryborg is introduced in issue 2, but he doesn't encounter UZI SUZI until issue 5. So that's like a big build-up. But along the way, she's going to have to get through the Glock Panther, who is incorporated with Faith Daddy. And you can see the clear influence. So I need a fresh Sharpie. I need a fresh fine liner here. Is this a fresh one? Unmarked? No. We got to mark this one. Yo-ho-ho! Oh, dude, hey, I'm available in all forms. Optimine, dude, Optimine, can you tell me where you got that screen name from? Is that from something, or is that something you came up with? Because I might steal it. I effing love, I love your handle, dude. But yeah, so we are doing the Glock Panther here. So one of the big elements when it comes to comic book storytelling, it's dynamic opposites. You have to work within that. We're just going to pull a fresh from here. So we have Green Goblin, we have Spider-Man. They're not real opposites. The real opposite of Spider-Man was created in issue 300, 299 Venom. The juke joint, what is happening? Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, so when it comes to dynamic opposites, there's only a few times in comic history where it was intentional and it worked. Other times, major villains got created and they were molded into a dynamic opposite because it's such a more Greek mythology thrilling position to have with your character. The Glock Panther will be Uzi Suzi's direct opposite, and it's mostly because of the guns, right? One's Glock, one's Uzi. His origin, though, will also echo Uzi Suzi's origin from issue 1. This is why I wanted this to be a separate backup for issue 3. So I don't know, issue 3, like I've been debating on adding 2 more pages per story. So instead of being 12 pages a story, I've been really debating 14 pages of story. hey, Juke Droid. Here's the thing, okay? When it comes to drawing likenesses, cheat until you like have all like the skill sets or you have the muscle memory. So a lot of drawing, it's hours. It's hours and hours and hours. And you need muscle memory in order to kind of click. So it goes from like your brain to your hand. The more you practice that, the easier it's going to get. Along the way, though, here we go, right? Here's some real pro advice. Trace, duplicate, cheat, do whatever, because guess what? It's none of those things. You can't cheat while drawing. If you got to draw the likeness, find a way to draw the likeness, okay? Get it done. Don't think everything is freehand, because some of the greatest works in history were not freehand. Now, that doesn't mean you don't show constraint, add style, make it your own, okay? But along the way, come on, just do it. Just do it. Fiction and not. I was filled with epic proportions, and I to be used in the world. That okay? That's a fair explanation to optimize handle. I love it. Yeah. Dude, right. Even with basketball, playing music, that's the what's it, 10K or 40K hours theory. Malcolm, this guy named Malcolm Gladwell, he popularized this idea. The issue is the studies that he cites in his book are most likely they were cited through everything I just named: musicians, athletes, and artists. 40K hours to kind of become an expert in something doesn't apply to every industry. Most of the time, I think the idea is like 10K will give you enough to get inside the door of any industry, and 40K to become an expert. But when it comes to things like drawing, you kind of need the 40K out of the gate, which is why we're always fascinated when people are younger, like IFK5 over here, okay, Total Excellence over here. I'm butchering. I know I'm butchering that screening real quick, but anyway, it's been a long day. But Total Excellence that's in this thread is a part of the generation of the people who are insanely young that don't need the 40 hours. If they have the 40 hours, they're only going to get better. Yeah, there you go. Bruce, there you go. Yeah. Hey. Here's a big thing with gouache. Uh, you can erase any mistake if your paper is good enough. So gouache, people always spend money on gouache and they go cheap on paper. I would flip that. Go expensive on your paper and cheap on gouache, and watch like it's more forgiving, and through the water, just through like scribbling, with one wet brush, you can pick up the water and you can erase a lot in gouache and watercolor. So we're gonna get to this. I'm going to do my very best to keep track of comments and conversation. But yeah, everyone, here we go. We are drawing the Glock Panther for the first time. Issue 3. And there's going to be some changes when it comes to the pricing and what's available on all of my Etsy products. And that's mostly from, like, because I'm just all about creating value-driven comics. I just want things to, be important and feel like, even physically, like tactile wise, to feel different. So sometimes, like, estimate my pricing. Sometimes I go up too high, and I gotta do things to find that sweet spot so I can bring it down. Okay, I'd rather start here than start kind of in this area when it comes to my pricing, only because I can make adjustments from here, and I can't if I'm taking on, if I'm going to be like losing money. But UZI SUZI right now is already a financial success. So thank you all that supported our bad girl of Crud City. Yeah, and a lot of UZI SUZI is roughly 90 minutes of work. So everything you see of UZI SUZI is just around 90 minutes. And I do that to, I kind of talk about it. There's a little bit of an excerpt in UZI SUZI 1, like a little write-up by yours truly, that I detail a little bit of where that came from and the philosophy behind it. But I'm all for, if you want to give yourself limitations along the way, like, put yourself in a box and it forces you to create a style. Sometimes you need pressure to complete things, so putting yourself in a box will do that. When you're working by yourself, I think too many of you out there, and I'm guilty of this also, but essentially, you get like, I call it the Howard Hughes effect. You want to keep changing things, and you never really want to put it out. And trust me, this is something I'm even going through right now with our Indiegogo book, Trial by Fire. Yeah, it's look, just always never be afraid to push and experiment with material. Part of this mini comic thing too was the discovery of this very paper here. This is from a Bristol board manufacturer that I thought was garbage. This is garbage paper. Okay, it doesn't work with the materials that I normally use, which is crow quill and brush. This doesn't work with this. This is garbage. However, it's still smooth, and it has enough of a grip that it works really well with these fine liners. And the part of UZI SUZI was creating a bit of a project around this, around what material I had access to. And everyone, really, thank you for joining me. Thank you for hanging out. I am honored because I realize that all of you, we all got other things to do. But I'm all yours right now. Urgh. Yeah. And what are, like, I'm always curious, especially if, I don't want to say younger, but I'm curious on what all of you guys, what are you watching, what are you reading, what are you newly discovering? I just discovered this animated show on Amazon Prime called Cyber 6 that is rocking my world, and it's from the 90s, and I kind of remembered it, but not really. And holy crap, I'm not joking. It's just like blowing me away, and I'm loving every single like second of watching the show. But so if you have Amazon Prime, do yourself a favor and get a hold of Cyber 6. Yeah, so what's Scully Diamond. Scully Diamond is my future collaboration like love child. We're gonna have collaborative babies, like dirty babies. Like meaning that like him and I, like Mickey and Mallory from Natural Born Killers, if they had a child. Like we're just going to terrorize everyone through our children. And I think it's going to be game changing. Again, too, people, like we have to somewhat promote the power of social media when we come in through chats like this too. So all of you in there, like promote one another. Talk to one another. Exchange all your info. Like info outside of your online stuff. Because number one, you never know when people are going to be cut from social media for different reasons. Dude, I have a lot of Twitter friends that just disappear, and we talk like we just like DM like all day. Yeah, not all day, but you get the point. But we DM a lot. Yeah, we talk about our families. We talk about like all this stuff. Sometimes even share tragedy. We share loss together and stuff like that. And they disappear because they get burned out, and then like they come back, and you never know. So that's why it's good to have someone's personal contact info also. But you guys can network and change everything. But here we go. So the Glock Panther, like that's that. I don't know. I like for a cat. I dig it. I dig it. Focus. Here we go. Thank you. Yeah. So what is even on Disney XD nowadays? I do have the Disney Channel, FYI. But I like when it comes to some of the cartoons and stuff, I never. Yeah, I ain't go too deep. I only watch the nature doc. Like mostly Disney Plus for me is all nature docs. I absolutely love their nature documentaries, all the National Geographic stuff. So the Glock Panther is in his house. I think he's looking cooler than a cucumber. We're gonna break out the pencil for a little bit to do some pickup forms. Holy crap, everyone! I was originally scheduled for like 45 minutes. I'll take this up to the hour. We'll cut this at around 10 o'clock. I guess did I just spend too much time talking and drawing the other piece? I think I did. I apologize. Yeah, and one of the other things too is whatever you are interested in, that can become a comic. Like really, I don't think there's much to be debated on that, because that's like another thing I hear a lot about is people will just say like they don't have ideas. And I'll like I'll always push back against that. I think everyone has ideas. It's just execution. Not enough people have execution. And your boy over here, me, I am still practicing my execution. You know, like how effective I am throughout the day, how I use my time, all of it. Yeah, and it's tough. And one of my art direction rules for UZI SUZI too is not only do I force myself to draw everything on the page as much as possible, I give myself 90 minutes and I really try and stay true to spontaneity. And that's the trick. You know, like I just want so much of UZI SUZI to be kinetic and as spontaneous as some of these ideas come to me. See, even here, look, I shaded right over his leather strap. We'll fix it though. Yeah. Also, anyone watching on Facebook, I do not see Facebook comments. I'm working on solutions for that. You know, you can't do it all. You got to do everything in stages. But if you do everything in stages, you eventually do it all. Yeah, because even like all this stuff with Cryborg, I'm just so excited to do that. Like once I figured out like what his arc was going to be, it's just like I couldn't, you know, like you almost like vibrate. You just can't get to it quick enough. And that's what creating should be like. Should be a little bit primal. Yeah, yeah, like but I'll say this. Like even me, like you know, like I work, you know, like I work a 9 to 5, right? Like morning to night, Monday through Friday. Uh I have a salary. So, you know, when it comes to like the laundry list of bills, you know, the salary just takes care of everything. So what's my motivation to get better with this? Right? So this is I call it, it's like the Rocky complex. Okay? You always have to think you suck. Like no one can tell me I'm good. I hate it. I hate compliments when it comes to all of that stuff. You know, like I'm constantly pushing against myself so I can find that lane, that narrow path that I feel like no one else is on. And I do it because I think, like I'm trying to prove something. But here we go. Yeah, so a lot of these streams too should be on Twitter, but Twitter, the last couple I tried didn't hit Twitter, so I just moved everything to Twitch. Here we go. Yeah, I originally didn't envision this guy as like a cat. I just envisioned him like a guy in a cat suit, like any other comic book character. So it was kind of funny during the penciling stages that I did that. But it was like, I don't know. Once I saw like the giant like fur shoulders, I couldn't not do it. Again, being quick and spontaneous. Yeah, and UZI SUZI's just not supposed to look complete, not supposed to look sleek, which was kind of like a big debate on the lettering and some of the trade dress for the comic. Like, because I thought some of the stuff I was doing looked a little too mechanical, for lack of a better term. And yeah, that was a big back and forth. So a lot of times, the stuff that holds you up, it's really you, but sometimes like you kind of want that to be you, because if you're holding it up, you can also finish it. Like you're not depending on anyone, and that's the big takeaway. So when it comes to all of this stuff, like you have to learn as much of the skill sets as you can, because if you want to self-publish, the more you can do, the less people you have to cut in on it. Then you can maybe put the money towards like other things like promotion and marketing and Facebook ads and Google. Yeah, this is going to be done at 10 o'clock. And I would have done a million things today. And I'm just going to decompress for a little bit. And then probably finish this, because I don't think I'm going to finish this in 12 minutes. And I got to figure out his legs. I don't know. I can't figure out his legs right now. Like if he should be wearing latex, spandex, you know, something like military looking. I guess we gotta figure that out. I do like him having these like thin ankles because they're that's a little bit cat like. But we'll give him like thin, like somewhat ankle boots. So this is our troubled area. This is what, like, maybe I should give him a little bit of See, and I like his like long quads here. Because again, a little bit cat-like. I just feel like maybe he needs like a little bit of a design or something. I don't know. I like the circle belt buckle. I don't know. What do you guys think? Ugh. Yeah, I don't know, people. I'm just like staring at it. And one of the things I didn't want to do was like no cat claws. But he's definitely going to have this like alleyway. You know, he'll be between these two walls, and we'll see a little bit of a cityscape of Quad City behind him. We'll have some cats here. So, all right, everyone. I got to figure out his lower half. The juke joint, thank you so much, bud. That does mean a lot. Juke joint, find me. I don't know. Are you wherever you are? Make sure I know who you are. And same goes to you for Optimine. Everyone, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for joining me. Keep follow me everywhere. All right, my information is always available. Find me, reach out to me, follow me. Right, like we're doing cool things. This is Glock Panther, rocking and rolling. I love you, people.